Welcome to the WinEH podcast. This show is focused on empowering ranchers. Whether you're a seasoned rancher or just getting started, we'll guide you on how to use the infinite banking concept as an alternative way to finance your operations. It's a better way to think about money. Join us as we discuss planning for the future, attracting the next generation, and the art of keeping more money within the family. Here's your hosts, Winnie and Lacy.
Hey, so glad you are choosing to lean in with a conversation with us today. You are here with the amazing Lacy and I, and we are going to get into a subject around what kind of prospect are you? Meaning, if you are checking this out, or you've read the book, or you've maybe even have met with us or met with someone else about this particular subject matter, this is like something really good to really just open up and really discuss, because I think that there are many different type of prospects out there, and you guys are not all made the same. And really, if you're looking into this and you haven't quite pulled the trigger, you got to ask yourself, where do you want to sit with this information? I know I actually just spent, before I met with you today, Lacy, I literally have been here at my office, just getting back into the rhythm of things, because I've been out of office for a month with the broken foot. And when I came in here the other day, I had so much stuff on my desk. And I decided that I'm going to prepare myself to come back to an organized, clean office space. And you want to know, with all the stuff that I have spent organizing out all my paperwork, is that what we're going to advocate for today, this is a work in progress. I think it's a work in progress for each and every one of us, because we are human, right? I think there's lots of things that we get interested in, like I do. I do definitely get shiny object syndrome. Yeah. I start things and then I stop. There are safe things to start and stop. And then there are just things that you should just start and complete.
Yeah, and I think that one of those things that you should start and complete is IBC. And most people come to us because they have purchased a book or they've watched our video series. And so what happens after that book is purchased? Do you read it? Are you somebody who goes home like my husband and I, and we read it right away and knew that this was something that we wanted to look into further? Or do you purchase the book and just toss it aside, and it's always in the back of your mind or hanging over your head like, oh, I need to read that book. Yeah, I'm going to get that. I'm going to get it read. It's busy right now. It's calving season. It's winter. I'm feeding. There's always something that people have to say, like, oh, I haven't read it because of this. I haven't read it because of that. But if you would just read it, you would know whether it is something that you want to learn more about. And I think, that's what we're here to advocate for today.
Yeah, like the hanging over your head bit. Again, I felt so amazing with going through a lot of this stuff that just needed to be organized. And because interestingly enough, it's like, whether you know it or not going through every moment of your life, but all of those things that you leave behind that you started are actually taking up capacity in your head. Oh yeah. That you don't, it kind of disappears for a little while, but it's actually still playing in the back of your head. And it actually takes away the space that you could have back to be more present in the moment. That is my firm belief. The more things that you tie up with the loose ends, the more ability you just have freed up in your mind. As well, one of the key things, the two famous responses that I always get when a prospect has done their best and at minimum read the book Farming Without the Bank or Becoming Your Own Banker, they always say, I wish I knew about this sooner.
Yeah.
Or I wish I had started sooner. That is mainly there definitely not all of you out there who end up reading this, you may come to a very definitive decision that this is not for you. I invite you, whoever you are working with, whether it's us or someone else, have the courtesy to let us know that this is no longer something you wish to pursue.
Yeah, totally. Because if you purchase the books from us, you're going to get a follow-up email or a phone call because we want to know, hey, did you read the books? How can we help you? What questions can we answer? Here's the link to our calendar, book in. And even if you do go to that point where you can book a meeting with us and you decide after that meeting, and it's not for me, that's still okay too. Because now what you've done, it's not time wasted. It's not energy wasted. You've educated yourself on something. There's always something to learn, and learning is great.
Sure.
There's never anything bad about learning. It's always a step forward. And so the sooner that you do your diligence of reading the books, finding out whether it's something you want to pursue. So say you choose, this resonates with me. I want to look more into this. Then that means the sooner you get started. The sooner you get started to all of those things that we've talked about in previous episodes that you can achieve with this: control and freedom and owning your own debt, building generational wealth, etc. All of those things. The sooner you take action, the sooner those things get put into place. Or the sooner, like you spoke to, Winnie, the sooner you free up that space in your mind. Like, okay, I've checked this off of the list. Now I can move on.
We want everyone to live the most prosperous life that they can be. This kind of brings up something else here too for me. Sometimes I think that here's like another tip. Okay, if this is something where you are prospecting and you're really right in the middle of it, what I have also found too is that sometimes people will take 2 or 3 years to let this like sort of marinate. That's a long time. And I am no better. There are times where I have really sat and been on the fence about a decision. And I know it's been super frustrating for the person on the other side waiting for me to make a decision. Okay. So I am not sitting here saying that I am perfect in this way. I just know that I've been on the receiving end and I have also been guilty as charged. However, when it comes to really thinking about, okay, I really want things to be better in my ranching operation. I really want to have a much more prosperous business. I want to really love what I'm doing even more. And I want more dollars at the end of my month, at the end of my year, from doing all this hard work, taking on all the risk, all these decisions. And the best kind of learning occurs when you can consistently learn more about this. Now, your learning journey may be more different, but at least do something consistently. If you say, okay, I'm interested in this, you may be a slow reader. If you're a slow reader, fine. There are so many resources like our podcast right here, and also Mary Jo's podcast, Farming Without the Bank, down in the States, that you can glean from and listen to while you are doing your work. Everyone is so specifically different in the way that they want to take in information. What is it that you need specifically to make a decision? That is something for you to articulate and to share. Please let us know.
Yeah, because we're here to work with whatever learning style you have. That's our job. We're here to guide you and work with you. Specifically, every client is different. Like, I'm different than my husband. So I think, Winnie, like early on, you worked with Reed a little bit different than you worked with me, because we're all just different people. And so don't be afraid to reach out and learn about it, because we're here to cheer you on. We're not here to drag you along, and we're not here to convince you and pressure you. So you get the books, you learn about it, then we'll guide you along. We're not going to force you, and we're not going to try to pin you up against the wall and convince you, because that's not who we are.
If you're going to pick up something, you caught interest in this, let it be an interest where you follow through on your interest. Make a decision, because you're going to be better off much for it in terms of, like, if you decide to move forward, do it. Let us know if you want to keep going. Let us know if you don't.
We are both very approachable and very easy to talk to. So subscribe to our podcast, listen to the content that we're offering you, and shoot us an email at wecare@ranchyourway.com, because we are always up for a conversation And we would love to hear from you. Bye for now.
So glad you leaned in with us on the WinEH podcast. We truly hope you're feeling more informed and empowered to take another step towards optimizing your financial life. Right now, make sure you hit subscribe so you can keep growing and learning with us. Until next time, we wish you prosperity in every area of your life.